I'm going to show you one of the reasons why they call me MacGyver. Taking a Harbor Freight belt sander, and I'm going to make it into a bench sander, and it's very little cost to do this, and you'll still be able to use it as a belt sander, but then you also have the ability of using it as a bench sander. So here we go. We'll start off. We're going to rip a couple pieces of wood. I already ripped this one at 6 inches. I've got this set up to rip at 5.5 inches. You can use plywood, you can use like pine, any type of solid wood like that. This actually happens to be some scraps of signboard that I have, MDO I believe they call it, and it's got like a paper surface on it that is water resistant, and it's just a lot smoother than plywood, so I decided I would use this. So here we go. Always wear your safety glasses. Now the width of it is going to be 12 inches, so I'll end up cutting both of these in 12-inch pieces, and then I'm going to use some of the extra to use for designing the part that actually holds the belt sander. Then I use a miter to actually push this through. I've got my 2 pieces that will be the foundation of it. The next thing I do is I take the belt sander and I lay it down onto this other piece of wood. And I actually just draw around my piece here. So I've just drawn around the piece of wood the design of the shape of the sander, and then I'm going to get a jigsaw and I'll cut this out. Okay, so now I've got my jigsaw. Okay, the next step is I'm going to use some Elmer's carpenter glue, and I'm going to glue this on the back side, and I'm using some 1 3/16 inch staples. This is just a Harbor 18 gauge 2-in-1 or Brad. It'll actually take staples too, but I think you can go up to 1 9/16 on this, and you can pick these up when they're on sale for about 15 bucks. So not very expensive. Pick yourself up a box of nails or some different sizes and bring them, so you'll always have them. Works out really great. Now you can see I've got it cut out so it's not going to hit the sander, but it gives a lock down here so the sander doesn't move, And then on the other side, I've got another device I put in there to make that so that it doesn't move. Now we're going to put the glue on it. Getting a little low. So we get it all squared up on the edges, back there, after our glue's on it. And then we're going to put some nails in it. So we've got that one down. Then we actually set the sander into the spot. You want to make sure that the edge of this just comes out over the edge of your plywood. Then we put this piece in back here, so we'll put some glue. Okay, so we got the glue on there, and then we'll slide this back in here, get it into place. We'll have to take the sander off, being careful not to move that while you're taking it off. I pulled the sander out, and then we're going to be careful when we don't move it like that. We'll test that and make sure that that still fits in there good. Yeah, we're still good there. The edge is just overhanging this just a little bit. And that is good there. Okay. So we'll go ahead and pull it back out and put some more nails in it. Okay. Okay, for the next step, we take a L bracket, and I just happen to have this one. You can use a smaller one. It just needs to fit in here, and I'm going to mark it so that it's cut off right there, so you don't have to worry about anybody catching their hands on it. So I'll just mark this. You can use a hacksaw, you can use a grinder. This is a cut-off wheel, again, Harbor Freight Special. And I just rounded the corners off so that they won't be sharp. So this slides into there. Then I'm going to take and mark where the holes are in there. At least one of them, that way if this moves I've got it set. So I've marked the center of each of those, and then I'll drill those, and then I'll use about a 1-inch screw to go into that and hold it down. So then we drill our holes. And you could put some tape on your drill bit so that you don't drill too far through, but I do this all the time, so I'm pretty comfortable with it. Then we'll put our screws in. And I don't go all the way down until I get them all in. Okay, and that way countersunk screws are flush and you don't ever have to worry about anything hanging up on that. So this just fits in there like so, nice and solid, doesn't move. You can still get to the trigger, and your belt and everything is sticking out just past the edge of this. Then we're going to